Have you ever found yourself there, staring down a huge project or maybe a pile of reading, and it just feels like this impenetrable wall,
Oh, absolutely.
and every new idea, every concept, it just lands like another weight, right? And that motivation you had, that initial spark, feels like ancient history.
Yeah, completely gone sometimes.
You're just overwhelmed, and the road ahead looks impossibly long. If that sounds familiar to you listening, trust us, you are definitely not alone.
No, not at all. And that's exactly where our source material for today fits in. It's quite a remarkable guide, actually, a really unique mix of like practical psychology and timeless wisdom.
Okay.
It's sort of like having a compassionate mentor, you know? It's specifically for that heroic student facing these exact feelings.
Heroic student, I like that.
Yeah, and its core message isn't just some, cliche, it'll be okay. It's much deeper. It's a reminder that the strength you need to navigate this stuff, it's already in you. It's just maybe buried a bit under all the stress and tiredness. It just needs to be rediscovered.
Okay, so that's our mission then for this deep dive. We want to unpack that really profound, but also really actionable wisdom from this source.
Exactly. Practical strategies.
Yeah, practical strategies you can use to get through those mental and emotional hurdles that just inevitably pop up when you're learning or trying to achieve something big.
Mm-hmm.
This is all about finding that internal power, to overcome what feels impossible and maybe do it with a bit more ease, a bit more clarity.
Finding your strength again.
Yeah. So let's dig into that feeling first, the one the source acknowledges right away, that head too full feeling, the road too long.
Mm-hmm. The overwhelm.
The source actually invites you to just pause right here as you're listening. It suggests maybe just setting things aside for a second. Take a deep breath. In and out.
Yeah, do it again even.
Do it again. It sounds simple, but it's about preparing yourself, right? Preparing to engage with this wisdom, making a little space.
Exactly. And that validation, acknowledging those feelings, that's so crucial. The source basically says, hey, it's okay to feel this way.
Right.
And that self-compassion, accepting where you are right now, that's the foundation. That's step one before you can even think about solutions.
Okay.
It's about clearing some mental space, like you said, to reconnect with that inner power you've forgotten about.
Okay, so validation first.
Yeah.
Then what? What's the first big insight?
Right. So the first key takeaway, the first powerful idea from the source is this. Our biggest mistake often is that we keep looking at the mountain peak.
Ah, okay. Staring at the top.
Yeah, and we forget about the very first step. We think we need this huge, monumental effort for, huge rewards. But here's where it gets really interesting.
Go on.
Our brain, it isn't actually wired to be rewarded for finishing giant, overwhelming tasks. It's designed to get a little kick, a reward for completing any task, even tiny ones.
Okay, that is interesting. So it's the completion itself.
Exactly. The neuroscience behind it, which the source really taps into, is all about dopamine.
The motivation hormone.
Right. When you finish a task, even a super small one, your brain releases this little spark of dopamine. And it's not just about feeling good for a second.
No?
No, it actually reinforces the neural pathways tied to that action. It makes you kind of subconsciously want to do it again. The source calls it your gift to yourself.
A gift you triggered deliberately.
Precisely. A neurochemical reward you give yourself to build momentum. But we often short-circuit it by aiming way too high initially.
Okay. So give us the practical examples. What does the source say to do?
Well, the examples are brilliantly simple. Instead of that thought, I must finish this whole chapter today, which, let's be honest, feels paralyzing, right?
Totally, like eating an elephant, yeah.
Exactly. Instead, you tell yourself, my task right now is to read one page. Just one. And my goal is just to understand that one page.
One page. That feels doable. But what if even that one page feels like too much? Or you get halfway through and your mind wanders. Does it talk about that?
It does, yeah. What the source really emphasizes is pausing to feel that small win.
Feel it.
Yeah, to consciously acknowledge it, to really celebrate that tiny victory, even if it's just reading that one page or even just one paragraph. Take a second, notice it.
Okay, don't just rush on to the next thing.
Right. Then, and only then, the source suggests you consider, okay, maybe one more paragraph. Or maybe I can solve just one exercise.
Or it's not about pushing through the overwhelm.
No, it's about strategically building momentum. You acknowledge the small success, let that dopamine do its work, reinforcing the positive action, you're basically creating a positive habit loop for yourself.
That really reframes the whole thing.
Hmm.
So, okay, the most arduous journey is made up of countless small steps. But how does the source help us keep taking those steps? Especially when, things go wrong, setbacks happen.
Yeah, good question. And actually, those small successes, they start to change how you talk to yourself, which leads us perfectly into the next big insight from the source. This one's about how our internal voice is the director of our reality, that inner monologue we all have.
The narrator in our head.
Exactly. And if that narrator is constantly telling a story of failure and frustration, then every little challenge, every mistake just becomes more evidence, more proof that the negative story is true.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So this key is all about consciously rewriting that script.
Rewriting the script. Okay, let's unpack this. How? What are the concrete examples the source gives for reframing things?
It's pretty direct. So instead of thinking, ugh, I just don't get this material, I'm dumb.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Right. The source suggests reframing it something like, okay, my brain is working hard right now. It's creating new connections. This stuff takes time, and that's okay. See the difference?
Yeah, it's shifting from judgment to process.
Exactly. Recognizing the effort without beating yourself up.
And what about actual setbacks? Like you fail an assignment or mess up a presentation. That feels pretty concrete.
Yeah, and the reframe for that is really powerful. Instead of the internal script being, I failed, I am a failure.
Which is easy to fall into.
Very easy. You consciously tell yourself, okay, I discovered one way that doesn't work. That's useful information. I learned something. Tomorrow, I'm going to try a different angle, a smarter approach.
So failure becomes data.
Failure becomes data. Or, as the source puts it, this changes everything. Every difficulty is not evidence of weakness, but an opportunity for training.
Training? Like training for what?
Think about going to the gym, right? When a weight feels heavy, you don't say, I failed at lifting. You say, this is a good workout.
Ah, okay. I see.
You're not failing at your studies or your project. You are actively training the muscle of perseverance. You're training the muscle of creativity, the muscle of mental resilience.
Wow. Muscles.
Yes, and the source really stresses this. These muscles, the ones you build through struggle, they will stay with you for life.
That connects it to something much bigger.
Totally. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this isn't just about passing a test or finishing a project. It's about building character, building the kind of mental strength that helps you with everything in life.
Okay, that's huge. Training resilience, not just studying. Which brings us, I think, to the third key idea.
Yes, the third essential insight. Reconnecting to your why.
Your purpose.
Exactly. And the source uses this really beautiful visualization exercise here. It invites you, right now even, to just close your eyes.
Okay.
And take yourself forward in time. Really try to imagine the moment you hold your degree or, the moment you were doing the profession you always dreamed of. Feel that pride, that satisfaction.
That future feeling.
Yeah. And the source is really clear here. It says that feeling. It's not some fantasy. It emphatically states it is the goal.
It is the goal, not just a nice idea.
Right. Which raises an important question, doesn't it? How are you looking at what you're doing right now? Is it just a chore, a burden?
Or is it something else?
Or is it, as the source puts it, a deliberate act of creation, building towards something real, something you deeply desire?
Wow. And how does the source connect that future goal to the slog of the present, the late nights, the frustration?
It makes the connection incredibly direct. It says, every line you read now, every night of study, every moment of frustration you overcome, they are the building blocks.
The building blocks.
Yeah, the building blocks you are laying with your own hands on the path to that goal.
You're literally building your future with every small action.
Exactly. That's the powerful reframe from the source. You are not just studying. You're not just working. You are actively creating your future.
That links the mundane, the sometimes really tough daily grind directly to this big, inspiring purpose.
It makes the struggle meaningful, not just painful.
Okay. So let's quickly recap those 3 essential keys we've pulled out from this deep dive.
Sounds good.
First, always look for the next small victory. Break that mountain down into tiny, manageable steps. Give yourself chances to win.
Celebrate those small wins.
Second, tell yourself a story of growth, not of failure. Consciously reframe your internal narrative. Turn setbacks into training.
Train those muscles of resilience.
And finally, third, reconnect with the ultimate goal waiting for you. Tap into your deepest why through visualization and remembering what you're building.
connect the present effort to that future reality.
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
And the source leaves us with this really profound final message, kind of a consolidation of everything. It says, the difficulty you are currently experiencing is temporary.
Temporary, okay.
Your strength, resilience, and ability are permanent. And it speaks directly to you, the listener. You've got this.
I love that. Temporary difficulty, permanent strength.
Yeah.
So a final thought then, something for you to maybe mull over after this. How can consistently applying just that first piece of advice to always start with the smallest thing, how could that change how you tackle any big, daunting challenge in your life?
Ooh, good question. Beyond just studying.
Yeah, way beyond. That career change you're contemplating, that fitness goal. Maybe even just tackling, that overflowing email inbox.
It in principle applies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe take another breath, like the source suggests, and just start with the smallest thing. You really are on the right path.